It is late this morning. I don't know if you want to do it tomorrow or
What is going on, guys? Oh, wow. So, yeah, just I wonder how this is working. Late stream, fireside chat, I like to call them. Just wanted to say hello. Just wanted to say what's going on. Let's catch up. What's going on? Where's everyone been? I'm not shaved. Hope you guys don't mind. Yeah, and I also want to see who's up. Who's up with us tonight? Let's see who is up with us at this late hours. Is everybody in bed because they're preparing for the amazing regional that we're gonna have tomorrow? I really want to see who is up and hanging out. I really do want to see who's up. Let's see who's up. Who's hanging out? Good. Will you look at there? Well, will you look at there? Hey, Kristen, how are you? Good to see you. It's funny. I was in the kitchen making my tea, Kristen, and I was saying, there's something about a late night stream to let you know who's kind of hanging out. It's a lot of it too. It's like, it's like who's in the game, right? Because when you're in the game, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, it's early. You're so excited. You're excited about helping change people's lives for the better. You're so excited about helping people get to the next level. Like you can't sleep. You're so excited because you're reading great books that have you pumped up about how far you've come in your journey with New York, right? So it's no time, right? It's no time for sleeping, right? We're going to have an awesome time tomorrow. And I was just thinking in the kitchen, I know who's going to be on this. I know who's going to show up here, right? And I'm waiting for the next one. I know she's coming. I know who's going to be here, right? And so, yeah, this is just a little hangout, a little fireside chat. Like seriously, I didn't shave, Kristen. I generally, didn't shave. I know you guys wouldn't mind, a late night hangout, 10 o'clock on the East Coast here. I wonder what everyone's doing, right? So when you're excited, I am so excited about what's going on with New York. It's unbelievably excited. Jeff is over the top excited about what's coming, what's happening now, and what's coming. You think about what Mexico is doing. I mean, goodness gracious, how could you not hear the NU, the leadership calls when Jeff is all giddy about what Mexico is doing? And it literally out-recruited the U.S. and Mexico. They out-recruited the U.S. in June and came number 2 or right just below number 2 in terms of overall volume and sales behind Canada. Something like that, right? The U.S. has never been out-recruited by another nation ever. And Mexico did it. And I just agree with Jeff. He said it expanded his view of what's possible, his vision for what's possible. That's what he said. Huge week, 4 parties this week. Exactly, right? And so Kristen says a huge week, 4 parties this week. That's why she's excited, right? You got 4 parties in this week. That's why you're excited, right? Or is that 4 parties coming? I'm sure it's 4 parties this week because I know Tatiana was just doing another one with you the other day, right? So when you have that going on, you're excited, right? You're encouraged. There's a certain level of belief, right? Activity, really truly causes belief. A lot of people think it's the success that causes the belief, but it's really the activity. The activity will really will level up your belief because you can. Right. And once you get that the no's are not about you, it's a great thing. So you got 4 parties coming this week. So, right. So, and I know you've already been doing some parties. That's why you're excited. Right. That's why you're excited. I'm curious to see who on the East Coast is going to show up tonight for late night stream. I know a lot of you guys got kids and trying to get them to bed. Really, really curious to see. But I got to tell you, I saw Tatiana posted earlier about books. You did 3 this week. Kristen did 3 this week. That we're so proud of you. You are absolutely rocking it. You posted about books. And I think, yeah, I have to tell you, I think a lot of people miss the whole thing, right? Like kind of miss the message there, and I got to myself, like, I'm wondering why, thinking to myself, a lot of different things going on, wondering why this and wondering why that. And then it hit me as I was leaving the patio, leaving our enclosed patio and coming inside. It really, really hit me. And it's something that's so subtle. People really, a lot of times they miss it. Now, when I talk about the enemy, right? Instead of saying Satan or whatever, right? So I talk about the enemy. I talk about the creator, right? The creator or the enemy, right? Some people call it God. Some people call it Satan, right? Or the devil. I always talk about the enemy. And the enemy is so tricky, Kristen. He's so tricky that he'll get you and I to believe in things like, which are lies, but he'll get you and I to believe in things like embarrassment or shame or not deserving or not worthy or who's going to listen to me or I'm not important, things like that, right? I can't, this person can do it, but I can't do it, right? The enemy, right? It's a really, really interesting thing. And I know when things are going on, I have this kind of, I don't know, like a little spidey sense. And I can tell when the enemy has a hold of people and is got these lies wrapped around them, right? It's so tricky. And it's a very, very interesting thing. But, putting that kind of thing on a person, wrapping them up in shame or embarrassment, or is it worth it, or it won't happen for me, right? These are the lies that the enemy, it wraps people, it wraps itself around people. It really, really does. It really, really does. And and I'm here tonight to help you break through from that, because it's a lot. It is a 10,000% lie. It really, really is. And, the biggest thing is, again, I said this in the, on the post that Tatiana put about the book she was reading, is a lot of people think that, it's quoting Jim Rohn, because a lot of people think that that the work and the activity in the business is more important than the work that they do on themselves, right? That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest challenge. And the reality is, the more work that you do on yourself, the better your activity will be. The more books that you read, the better activity you'll have. The more tapes, CDs, seminars, YouTube videos that you listen to that help you grow, the better your activity will be. And so it's so funny, because it's not instinctual. A lot of people want to base, they think they can work their way to success, but they think they can activity their way to success. Don't get me wrong, you have to put in the work, but the challenge is becoming a better messenger will allow your message to be better, right? And so what I mean by that is, the more you work on you, this is why Jim Rohn said that, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. And so, I'm encouraged to see people respond to the post. Okay. I'm encouraged to see people respond to the post, so that we can find out what kind of books everyone's reading. What are they up to? What's exciting? What book do you read that has you inciting? Have you got to the point yet in your personal development where a book becomes more than a book? Right? Have you gotten to that point in your personal development where a book becomes more than a book? And then have you got yourself to a point where a book becomes just another book, right? And so my mentor taught me this years and years and years ago. I was a teenager, maybe 20, 21. And he shared with me something that changed everything for me. I think I was 20. Changed everything for me. And it's from a martial arts thing. The more you do it, the easier it gets, and the more it becomes natural. I love that, Kristen. The more you do, the easier it gets and becomes more natural. The fear goes away. You just gotta do you. That's brilliant, my friend. I'd love to hear you say that. That is absolutely brilliant, right? And so my mentor said something to me that changed me forever. He was sharing with me this martial arts thing, right? And in martial arts, there's this thing where a punch is just a punch, right? Then a punch becomes more than a punch. Then a punch becomes just another punch, right? And so I remember years ago, I used that in something, someone to come to us and ask us to share some insights on our success that we've had in this space and in the industry. And asked if I could put like 7 things or the 5 things, right? And so I ended up doing that. I actually put something together and, did a little marketing with it. It was really fun to see the response from that. And one of the things was keep on punching, right? So in that mantra of a punch is a punch, then a punch becomes more than a punch. Then a punch just becomes just another punch, right? And I remember, it's like when you take, your kids to martial arts school, right? Right? Especially you get your boys, right? They got all that energy. They are excited. They are pumped up, right? They want to do some hoo-ha. They want to do some hoo-ha, some karate chops and some roundhouse kicks. They're all excited. They want to go to karate school. They're excited about it. For whatever the reason, they're excited. Maybe they saw a movie. Maybe, something's going on, little challenges in school. They want to go to martial arts school, right? They want to go to karate school, right? And so they got, they go to bed at night dreaming about, going to martial arts school, right? And they're thinking about the roundhouse kicks, and they're thinking about the 1-inch and the 2-inch punches that Bruce Lee did, and knock people 10 feet off, right? Knock them off their feet. They're thinking about these crazy jumping side kicks, right? They're so excited, and so finally, it's about to happen. You take them down, you sign them up, and it's the next day now. It's the following week, and they're going to go to their first class, right? And they can't wait. They can't wait to get in there, right? And in the first week, right, the first day, even the first week or first month, what does the instructor do? He says, okay, so this is how you make a fist, right? Keep your thumb like that. Don't put it over here, right? This is how you make a fist, right? Okay, so this is how you throw a punch, right? You throw a punch, right? Make sure that you use those 2 front knuckles, right? And the first hour, it was about making the fist and keeping your arm the right way to make a punch, right? And your kid, your boy comes back home and he's quiet in the car, right? Totally quiet in the car. Like, what? Quiet in the car. You get back home, be like, what's wrong? Say nothing, right? And so next week you go, right? And it's this, it's the same thing. Here, this is how you make a fist, and this is how you throw the punch, right? And it's week after week of that. It's week after week of this is how you do your stance. This is how you do your front stance. This is how you do your horse stance, right? It's month after months of that, right? You throwing punches and you throwing punches, right? And in karate, they wear a uniform. It's called a gi, right? It's called a gi, and you're throwing punches, and you already got your speech prepared. Your son already has their speech prepared for how they're going to tell you they don't want to go anymore, right? He's punching like, this is so boring. Oh my God, this is just so boring. And the instructor comes by, and then the kid sharpens the punches a little more, right? Because he don't want to get in trouble. And the next thing you know, he snaps that punch, and he hears that noise that he had been hearing all the boys and girls that are weeks ahead of him make that noise with the uniform, right? That snap, right? And he looks around to see if anyone heard that, right? And then he goes at it again, and the next thing you know, with both arms, spot, 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 right? That snap from the gi, from his gi, right? Because he's doing the punch the right way. He's snapping that punch, and you can hear that. You can hear the uniform snap, and he goes, "Oh my goodness, right? So this time the ride home is your son is over the top excited, right? Not bored, not sad, not talking, just talking. Mom, Dad. Can you believe it? You should have saw me punching. It was outstanding. It was, oh my God, I made my thing snap. I made my gi snap. Right? Right? First a punch is a punch. Oh, this is so boring. Oh my God, what are we doing? What happened to the roundhouse kicks? Right? What is so boring? The first a punch is a punch, and then a punch becomes more than a punch. Because now the next week, your son is excited. He can't wait to get in the gym and snap that gi, right? The punch now has become more than a punch, right? And then because he's gotten to the point where he's snapping the gi, right? He's gotten to the point now where his stances are balanced and he's excited. He has energy and getting into his stance. Now he's learning his kicks, learning the front kick and how to snap the gi when he makes the front kick, learning the side kick, right? So excited, get to learn the side kick. Then you get to learn the 2 or 3 step side kick. Then you get to learn the back kick, right? Right? He's so excited. And then he finishes up that day after doing some kicks with more to punches. And, the instructor's looking around and walking through the class. And next thing he comes up to your son and he's smiling. He's smiling at your son, right? Because your son now has gone to, oh, a punch is just a punch. Oh my goodness, punch is just a punch. To a punch is more than a punch. To a punch is just another punch. It's no big deal because I've thrown so many punches. That's what Kristen said. The more you do it, the easier it gets. And it becomes natural. The fear just goes away. You just got to do you. Right? And that is the same way, my friends, with personal development. Personal development is the same way. First, a book is just a book. You're like, right? You'll see a book like The Goal Giver. What? Why am I reading The Goal Giver? Right? You'd be like, oh, not the slide edge again, right? Because a book is just a book, right? But I promise you, if you'll get to the next book, right? If you'll get from the slide edge, right? If you get from that to Think and Grow Rich, if you'll get from Think and Grow Rich to The Magic of Believing by Claude Bristol, if you'll get from The Magic of Believing to Personality Plus by Florence Littauer, if you'll get from Personality Plus, right, to The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz, right? If you'll get from The Magic of Thinking Big to Leadership, the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by Maxwell, right? If you'll get to Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins, if you'll get to the next book, right? If you get to the next book, then a book will become more than a book. It'll become more than a book. Have you gotten to that yet? Have you gotten to the point where a book is more than a book? What I mean by that, have you got to that book? Have you read that book where you're like, OMG, this is the greatest book ever written in the history of books being written? Have you gotten to that point yet with your book? Right? I remember A Happy Pocket Full of Money. I remember when I read that book, I was like, and I've read a lot of books. I remember when I read that book, I was like, OMG, that thing is phenomenal. It's genius. The way he has you saying those affirmations over and over and over throughout the entire book is genius. I thought it was the greatest thing ever. And I read the great ones. I read the classics. I remember thinking, wow. I had that same thing when I read The Slight Edge too, by the way, by Jeff Olson. Years and years and years ago. The original blue one. Right? But I went on from A Happy Pocket Full of Money. I went on from that book to other books, right? I went on to the Dr. Joe Dispenza books, right? You remember those? I went on and read those books, right? I went on to the next book, right? I'm constantly on that journey, right? So now a book is just another book. It's natural. I know I'm going to gain something from it. I know I'm going to have this breakthrough moment. I know that I'm going to get something that I'm going to be able to share with someone else, because first a book is just a book. Then a book becomes more than a book, like a science. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe the world doesn't know about this book. And then because you went to the next book and you went on to the next book and you went on to the next book and you went on to the next book, a book becomes just another book. And you go through them. It's part of who you are. It's part of who you are. And so that is the challenge, because if you're not on that journey of discovering who you are, the enemy can wrap, he can wrap embarrassment, shame. He can wrap the lack of rank advancement. He can wrap the, my personal sales are not enough. He can wrap, all of these, not being on the leadership board. And when the company does recognition, he can wrap all that stuff around you. Get you not believing in yourself, getting you believe that you're not deserving, that you're not worthy. And so, and one of the reasons why I wanted to get on here tonight is I wanted to help you just break loose of that, because it's a lie. You are deserving and you are worthy. Right where you are. It's a lie. It's right. You know what they say, the greatest trick ever performed on man was to convince man that the enemy didn't exist. That was the greatest trick ever. It's to convince you and I that he didn't exist. That I should feel ashamed, that I should feel embarrassed, that I am not worthy, that I am not deserving, that I can't make it. I'm not deserving of this. I can't win here. I can't reconvince. I can't make a sale. I can't personal recruit. No one wants to be recruited by me. The enemy wrapping itself around you. And you have to break free of it. And one of the best ways, besides giving us a call and come hanging out with us and let's talk, is to read and listen. 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 That's how you do it. I'm so excited about tomorrow. I am really, really, really excited about tomorrow. Are you excited about tomorrow? Regional, 10 a.m. Central to 1 p.m. Central. Are you excited about tomorrow? Or is it just another regional? Oh, it's just another regional. Are you excited about it? That's the question. Are you excited about it? I hope that you are. We are. We're absolutely excited. We're so excited about it. It's like we got this thing going on and we cannot wait to share it with you guys. Absolutely the biggest game changer ever. Records will be broken. Records will be broken. So I hope, talking about things being broken, I hope that you're able to just break free of that you're not deserving, you're not worthy, this is not worth it, I'm not making any money yet, I've been doing it for this amount of time, I don't know if I can do it. These are right. Those are the lies, and you have to break free of that, and what is it? Right? What is the word? Just confess to the world. Sometimes you gotta. I tell people sometimes you have to just attack and go on the offensive with the enemy. It says no. I'm not listening to you. You're a liar. I am deserving. I am worthy. I am a whatever rank that you want to be. I am a national marketing director. I am a six-figure earner. I am the number one recruiter. I am a top recruiter. I am a top PC getter. Sometimes you have to just shout out and remind the enemy that you don't belong to them. You belong to the creator. You're just going to break free. Sometimes you have to do that. I used to do that all the time. When I was sick, I did it all the time. You can't have me. I belong. I'm healed. I belong to the Creator. I don't belong to you. And sometimes you have to do that, right? Sometimes you have to do that because the enemy will trick you. I'm telling you, will wrap you around doubt, disbelief. It's only good for them. It can only happen for them. It can't happen for me. All the things that I have going on are too big. I can't overcome the things I got going on in my life. All of these lies to distract you from the truth. From the truth, which is you are deserving, you are worthy, that the Creator has your back and will never put anything in front of you that you can't handle. You're putting the "or" in front of you for a reason, because you can handle it. You can rank advance. You can hit the next rank. You can, again, personally recruit. You can, again, bring in PCs. You are deserving. And one of the best ways to realize that is through personal development. Right? If you're not reading a book, I would encourage you to pick a book up. Get yourself a great book and start reading it. Because the enemy can wrap this doubt and disbelief and wrap you all up in it. And you have to break free from it. Because it's a lie. Embarrassment, shame, it's a lie. Not deserving, it's a lie. I can't rank advance, it's a lie. I can't get PCs, it's a lie. No one wants to work with me. They're all lies. They are all lies. But you have to break free. And one of the ways you do that is by showing up tomorrow for the regional. Another way to do it is to start reading immediately. Start reading immediately. I'm reading The Go-Giver right now by Bob Berg. Is it Bob Berg? Yep. And John David Mann. That name John David Mann sounds so very familiar. In fact, Bob Berg sounds familiar too. But I just started reading The Go-Giver. I just finishing up on the business of the 21st century and magnetic sponsoring and the secret to cybersecurity. Yeah, I've been reading some really interesting stuff. I know this Bob Berg. I feel like I know her from some other book as well. But yeah, I heard this book, people talking about The Go-Giver before, but I literally just started. I am on page 2. So excited about it. But that is the deal, guys. That's the deal. And I hope that you, embrace that and understand that. The enemy is tricky. Don't believe the lies. Don't believe the hype. You can start from wherever you are now, today, tonight, hop on and begin to proclaim to the world that you are deserving and you are worthy of all the great things that God has for you. You have to confess that big time because you are deserving. We're so proud of each and every one of you. We're excited for you. We're absolutely excited about tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be outstanding. It's going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing a ton of you guys on that. It's not just another regional. It's the regional. It's the regional. Something said there could change your life, and your business forever. You don't want to miss it. You do not want to miss it. You want to be there for sure. All right, guys. Listen, I'm going to get up. I'm going to get out of here. It's been a really, really cool hangout fireside chat. I appreciate you guys being here. Of course, I knew the awesome Kristen Rivera would post. And really, really excited to see you guys tomorrow. Guys, break free. Break free. Start your personal development journey if you're not doing it. It's never too late. Start tonight if you have to. Start first thing in the morning if you have to. But start discovering who you really are. Start discovering who you really are and what your life is really meant to be. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you guys. See ya. Bye.